Colts are reportedly signing Daniel Jones to a one-year, $14 million deal. Colts GM Chris Ballard said last month that they were planning to have an open competition at the quarterback position, so Daniel Jones will go up against current starter Anthony Richardson for that job next season. Michael, who wins this job?
Boy, first of all, let me say I love the fact that they bring in Daniel Jones. See, there's a lot of similarities between both of these quarterbacks, so you can put in one offense and then truly get an evaluation on which quarterback to play at the time. Ultimately, I do believe Indy and everybody wants it to be AR. You know, Anthony Richardson. That's why they made and drafted him so high. But we've seen things that he really needs to continue to work on, and not just on the football field, but also some of the things in himself and off the football field. I believe Daniel Jones will end up starting out winning the job. And I believe AR sitting and watching, he'll learn some new things. Because Daniel Jones, I spent a lot of time with him this offseason in Princeton. He was Coach Jason Garrett. And he's an athlete. He's a great athlete. He really is great. He ain't AR, but he's a great athlete. And he's a good dude, so he's not going to disrupt things, and he's not going to disturb you teaching Anthony Richardson. He'll even help. That's why I like the pickup. I do think he'll probably end up starting the season, but it don't mean he'll start the whole season.
Wait. Joy, he said his two attributes, and I wrote this down. He has a great attitude, and he's a good dude.
Right. He said he was athletic.
For the role.
Oh, he said he was no.
For the role that he is
great athlete, right? And a good dude.
For the role that he's playing.
That's his attributes.
Can you run it back, please?
Right. Those are great attributes in this situation because your primary goal and your primary focus is to train your young guy. Daniel Jones is not
your... He's a trainer.
Yes, that's what I need him for. Right, that's what I need him for.
$14 million trainer?
Right, no, he has a $14 million teacher.
With Brooklyn and the Clippers, so it's the same thing. And
this guy is young.
Yeah, why do you think they gave you that extra money?
No, listen, this guy young.
Yeah.
He relatively, how old is he? Like
27, I think?
So he's just young.
Right, and he's looking for him a job.
Cut by the Giants. You got cut by the Giants.
Yeah, but it's
and
New York.
You ended up on somebody's practice squad. And now we're excited to have him in Indianapolis. I just don't know what I'm getting.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? How can I be excited? Now, like, they have the most...
I'm excited.
They have the most unpredictable quarterback situation outside of, like, the Browns, the Browns, and the Giants and Pittsburgh. And they got two signed. Those other teams don't even got a quarterback. And I'm going to take those other teams, whoever they pick, up a quarterback over their situation.
I mean, I agree with Michael. I like that they have similar skill sets. So.
And that's all.
Everybody wants Anthony Richardson to win the job, of course. That's the point. Like, you drafted him, you want him to develop into the starting quarterback.
But in developing
the fact that you have to have somebody come in
why not bring
to
a
be a
veteran
part of a
over
quarterback competition. And again, I've said this, and I'm right every single time. Having a quarterback position, if you have a quarterback competition, it means you don't have a quarterback.
Correct. And they see that there may be some maturity issues here with him and understanding what that job requires. You have to be the first one in and the last one to leave. Mm-hmm. You can't be the last one in and the first one to hit the door. So you bring in people that can help him get that. Outside of you telling him in his ear, let him see it with his eyes, and that'll help a Richardson be developed into a better
Flacco over there for?
You know what's so crazy? Flacco was there.
Well, he should have been watching that.
Yeah, but he was on some other stuff, though. He wasn't
right. And Flacco was not similar skills.
He wasn't in Flacco.
He wasn't. You bring a veteran in there so you can show the young guy how to maneuver, how to get better, how to become a real pro.
My tongue got tired, man. Be quiet. No, Flacco wasn't the same skill set. He wasn't there to help him. Okay? He was just there as a guy. There's a bridge for a couple games. That was it. He none of that.
But as a vet, but
he
I felt it was my duty.
Guy.
When I was with the Clippers, my duty was to show the guys how to train, get there early, work out,
How did that work
ready.
out? How did that work out?
It was great.
That ain't what
I was a great example. I was a great example.
Paul, what you just said,
I was a great example.
What you just said matters. What you just said matters. Like, okay.
No, but
now you look at him looking at Flacco. Flacco's an old man. You supposed to be
man,
here.
ain't
You ain't
nobody-
got nothing going. Daniel Jones is a younger guy, but he's showing up. So it shows him, young guy, you have to show up also. It's so much about teaching him shoulders up.
Do I believe that he can win the starting job over Anthony Richardson? Yes, I do. I honestly do. Since he's come into the league, 7th most rushing yards by a quarterback, which tells me...
Which means he's a good athlete, which
means he's a really good athlete. When you look at all these other quarterbacks that can run the football.
Okay, he can run.
Okay? He also can deliver the football. He can deliver the football, man. He can throw. He is a good enough quarterback. His turnovers that he had early in his career, that started to do just like this over the last couple of years. He started to get rid of fumbling the football.
I know
started getting rid of throwing interceptions.
My eyes tell me one thing, Key.
Look, a lot of people.
I saw something
I understand, but you saw something.
The Giants was the laughing stock of the.
But that's not his fault.
Well,
it's not his. I didn't say you're gonna always give him some. But part of the problem in New York in particular, they throw away quarterbacks like they trash
and that's
fast.
the point there.
Fast. I can point to so many quarterbacks that left New York to go to other places and revive their careers with the right systems in place. I don't care if it's the Giants or the Jets.
I think Daniel Jones could win this job.
Absolutely.
I'm just saying that this is not a...
The dude done started 63 games in his career. Okay, that's a lot of football.
A lot of experience.
That's a lot of experience. It's a lot of experience.
So I'm expecting he should have turned the corner by now.
No, but dude, let me see. He had three.
That's a lot of experience.
If I'm not mistaken, he had 3 head coaches, multiple offensive coordinators, to the point where they was coordinators and offensive line coaches sitting there fighting on the sidelines about stuff. You cannot expect a young quarterback not to be. And then if you know anything about New York, you played in Brooklyn. It was, Brooklyn is different than the city in Manhattan and all that sort of stuff. But the people, if you sneeze wrong, they down your throat messing with you every single time. That's just the reality of it. That's the reality of it. It's New York. I played in it.
Is this live?
Man, stop, man. Will you stop?
Yeah. Oh, my God.
That's just the reality of it.
Coming up, subscribe here to get the latest from Speak, and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.